please stand for the pledge of allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Double duties, doing that and that.
Well, at least we have a quorum. That's great. Got to have a minimum of 3 to have a quorum. So otherwise we can't take any city action. So we are, the
We're good to
mayor
go.
has a vote just like the rest, so we're good to go.
Oop, I
All
guess
right,
I'm
well,
good.
greetings, everyone. I'm glad we all survived the holidays in good form. We shall have reading and approval of our meeting minutes from 12/23/2024.
I will move approval of the 12/23 regular meeting minutes.
Oh, I'm sorry, before we do that, I got a little bit ahead of myself. We need to approve the agenda. Sorry, I'm gonna back up one step here. If there's no motion, if there's a motion there to add or any corrections, now would be the time for that. But before we tear into it, we should probably approve the meeting agenda.
If there are no additions or corrections
Oh.
or anything like that, I'll move to approve the agenda as stated.
I'll second.
Got a motion and a second. We do have one person to add to the list of appointments for the tourism board. Is that something we need to add to the agenda or just
I don't
make
even
note?
see if it, is there anything on here?
Lizette?
Oh, I suppose that you want to add that to the.
Yeah, there's a Lizette Mueller, I suppose is how you pronounce that. She's once,
Did she?
She did.
Okay.
She called me not long after and said, yes, I'm willing to do this.
so we'll add her to that list of appointments to the tourism board, so just make note of that. Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve tonight's meeting agenda. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Now we shall move on to the condensed version of the meeting minutes. We have 2 forms of meeting minutes. Abigail, I'll just kind of educate you a little bit as we go along. The condensed version is actually for the media. It's a smaller version, condensed version. That's why they call it condensed version of the minutes. They cut out, streamlined it, I guess, if you will. I guess I can move approval of the condensed version of the meeting minutes from December 23rd, 2024.
I'll second.
Motion and a second to approve the condensed version of the meeting minutes from December 23rd. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay, now we have a fun night. We get the oath of office. We have Abigail is here, of course, as our newly appointed junior council member. So once again, congratulations. And then, of course, Kim Gullickson was re-elected onto city council, and Zachary Krales. Zachary is not here,
He's
so,
on his way.
pardon?
He's on his way.
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
Oh, maybe we should
Should we wait?
wait then, till he gets here?
Sure, guys.
That makes sense. Um,
Can we not do roll call because we're not official?
Yeah, do you want,
I'll just take the quick
because you
look,
administer them,
make
right?
sure it's language is what I use. Yes.
well, maybe. Well, he probably didn't say how long.
He
was
just
gonna-
said he forgot and he's on his way, and that was about
Oh, okay.
3 minutes ago.
Well, we maybe better take a brief pause then. That's okay with everybody?
Yeah, that's fine.
No sense
We can wait for.
getting ahead of our skis, because we'll just have to do it all over again. It'd be nice to have him here.
Did we approve the regular minutes?
Well, you know, if we would have pressed on when he's not here, we could have made him elected mayor pro tem. We could have had
Did
him
you have a
vice or
motion and a
president
second?
of the EDU.
Oh, did,
There's a lot of
Didn't have a
things.
motion and a second for the regular minutes?
oh,
Did someone
it
do
was
that?
Brian and
Yeah.
Jim.
Oh, okay.
Brian and Kim gave a motion in a second. yeah.
Okay.
Jeff is our EDA president, right?
I believe that he is, yes.
So we'll have to have, in his absence, do we have an EDA pro
Who's-
tem?
Am I the vice
I
president?
think Brian's
I
the
think
vice
it goes
president.
to Brian then,
Yeah.
I think.
Yep, you're the vice president.
So I'll turn the gavel, over to Brian then when we get down to that point.
Get ready for your moment,
By one
your moment.
very, very small moment.
Now is the time to prepare.
Greetings.
Sorry I'm late.
You should feel honored we waited for you.
I appreciate it. Shame on me.
It's quite all right. Welcome. All right, well, you didn't miss a lot. We just, we were taking a little break and waiting for you to get here because we are at the oath of office portion of our meeting. So, Joe, did you get a chance to look at it? Look acceptable?
These appear to be in order.
All right, do you want to do the swearing in or?
I can do them. Do we do these individually or?
I think usually we do it as a group.
Yeah.
Just call them up in front and normally if the paper's here, they take a little picture, but maybe step around to the front, Zach and Abigail and Kim, and
Oh, goodness.
maybe close to the microphone somewhat so the recording will pick up, and then our city attorney will swear you in.
You wanna hand this over to them?
Your first official duties, non-official official.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to go on around and join them?
Oh, sure. I just have to read off my computer here.
Okay, that would be,
I will read from over here, so that's all right. So raise your right hands, repeat after me. I state your name.
I,
Kim
Zachary
Wilson,
Grails,
Do solemnly swear
do
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and of the state of Minnesota,
that
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and of the state of Minnesota
and the charter of the city of Morris,
and
and the charter of the city of Morris,
and will discharge faithfully the duties
and will discharge faithfully the duties
devolving upon me as council member
devolving upon me as council member
of the city of Morris to the best of my judgment and ability.
of
of the city of Morris to the best of my judgment and ability.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, you.
outstanding.
You're official.
You're officially in.
And then we sign,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Another 4 years.
Okay. You
Good
know.
hard pen.
Been notarized?
Congratulations.
Notarized.
Thank you.
You have a stamp?
No,
Okay.
I'm not a notary.
I think a city officer can notarize the oath, so I think we're okay.
Stacy can. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, for some reason, we have roll call down here, but we've already done roll call.
No, we
No.
didn't.
No, we didn't.
We didn't do roll call
No.
yet.
No.
Oh, I'm
We
not
are
sure.
good, yeah. So
Is
now
that-
we're on roll.
After, I'm sure
Yeah.
after the official,
Ah.
officially
Yeah.
done.
Yep.
Okay.
Now
got
you're
it.
officially here.
Slightly different than the normal, but that's okay. Well, then I guess we will ask for a roll call vote, please, Carolina.
Councilmember Corrales,
Yes.
Salvi,
Yes.
Milner, Alderson,
Yes.
Mayor Wooler.
Yes. Thank you.
Do we add Abian or not?
That's a good question. She can't vote.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
She does get a vote?
No.
No,
No,
no, she's just there as a
Voice, so, okay. Makes sense.
silent voice, but she's
Not
soaking it
silent.
all in. All right, now we can move on to we have a couple of official acts that we'll have to take tonight. The first one before us is an election of a mayor pro tem. And Councilmember Miller right now currently serves as our mayor pro tem, or I'm sorry, Councilmember Gullickson serves as our mayor pro tem. My bad. And I guess I will entertain motions, or if you would like to volunteer, that would certainly be one option. Or I'll entertain any other options.
I'm gonna nominate,
That's fine.
I'm gonna nominate Zach Krales as mayor pro tem.
I'll second that.
Okay. We have a motion and a second to appoint Zachary Krales as mayor pro tem. I guess I'll just ask for a voice vote on that. All those in favor signify by saying aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Congratulations.
Do we switch spots?
You will get,
Next meeting.
All right.
you'll get your first act.
Do you actually, if you're mayor pro tem, you actually sit next to the mayor? Is that how it goes in the council?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So you're moving on up.
That's something I didn't really know. Wow.
And you'll get your opportunity the end of this month, because I will be gone. So I'll just give you a heads up. All right, our next official act. Not this
I'm gonna
coming
watch
one,
that
but
one. on TV.
the last meeting of the month, I believe I will be.
You gonna be here?
it's a 20.
No, that's the wrong one.
This is the wrong
20
calendar.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know, it
I
would
think
be
it's the
the
28th.
28th.
Yeah, the 28th. I will be gone that night, so. You've been advised. All right, our next act before us is we have to designate, designation of the official newspaper. And do we have Stevens County Times, I would assume, is who we're looking at there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
And their rates didn't change.
all right. So we'll just, I'll entertain a motion to approve that designation of the official newspaper.
I move on the motion to designate the official newspaper as the Stephen County Times.
I'll second.
Okay, thank you. We have a motion and a second. And once again, I'll just ask for roll call vote on the designation of the official newspaper to the Stevens County Times. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right, we have a couple of resolutions here. The first one before us is a resolution adopting standing rules, and I believe that's Robert's standing rules is what we've been using, so I guess any discussion on that at all from the council? I know we've pretty much,
Would
Then
this,
adopt-
Mayor, would this be where maybe if we were, there was some talk about considering moving the meeting date to, other than Tuesday? Is that anything that we would adopt at this meeting? And there was some discussion
Mhm.
about it, and I just thought maybe we would just revisit that for a second,
Yeah.
because I believe that this would be the date that we would want to do that. If we were considering moving it from a Tuesday to a Wednesday or not, or, I know that we did have there was some discussion about it, and I don't know if we didn't take it any further.
it was, and I mean,
Anything like that, it was-
if I can certainly put it out there, if the council wants to revisit it, that's fine. I know we did, kind of went back and forth on it, we decided to leave it as is, but
I guess I don't recall. I mean, I don't have a
Yeah.
problem with leaving it as is if that's what everybody wants to do. I just thought, I know that we talked about it, and I just want to make sure that we put it to bed before we make our rule up here.
I don't know if that has really anything to do with the standing rules, though, that we're talking about here, per se. I mean, that would be a kind of a standalone issue, I believe, Brian.
What do we, oh, sure,
So,
okay.
but that's really what the only thing we're really talking about here is the standing rules of Roberts, and I think it's served us well over the years.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So I guess I'll entertain any motions unless anybody has another idea.
I'll make a motion, accepting the resolution adopting the standing rules.
I'll
Go
second.
ahead.
I'll second.
Second by Councilmember Krails, okay. We have a motion and a second to approve, adopting the Roberts Standing Rules. I'll just ask for roll call vote on that resolution, please, Carolina.
Councilmember Corrals,
Yes.
Falvey,
Yes.
Miller, Gollison,
Yes.
Mayor Wallers.
Yes. And just for Abigail's benefit, typically the mayor runs the meeting and the mayor has really can use their discretion on whether they call for a voice vote or a roll call vote like what I just asked for. And normally in resolutions, when you want an accurate representation of the vote, that's when you'd use a roll call vote versus a voice vote. Because sometimes when you do voice vote, it gets to be, everybody saying it, responding at once, it gets to be difficult to see who voted how, So that's the only reason we have two different types of responses. All right, next before us is a resolution authorizing finance director to designate our depositories. And that would be Whitney, I believe, so I'll entertain a motion there.
I will make a motion on the resolution authorizing the finance director to be the designated depositor, to designate depositories.
I'll second.
Okay, thank you. We have a motion and a second to approve authorizing our finance director to designate depositories. And once again, Carolina, on that resolution, I'll ask for a roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Miller, Corrals,
Yes.
Falvey,
Yes.
Gollison,
Yes.
Mayor Wallers.
Yes. Okay, thank you. We'll truck right along here. We have mayoral appointments to boards and commissions. And we did talk about the added member to the Lizette Mueller, I believe is how you pronounce that, to the tourism board. And then we have, I think they're all listed there before us, right? Yeah. Any discussion on any of those appointments?
So the people listed on here are just ones that are getting reappointed or what?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like, there's more-
they've said, yes, they wanna.
Cause their
re-up on
term was
that.
up?
Mhm,
Okay,
on that board, yeah.
okay.
Well, and just a shout out, to thank you for all those that are serving, but we do have a couple of vacancies as noted. The planning commission, looks like they have 2 vacancies. There's a vacancy on the airport board, so, for those, anybody listening in the listening audience, if you're interested in serving and getting involved in city government, there are opportunities in, all the various boards and commissions that we have, and they're very important positions. That's important that we all, that they get a voice, and, so yeah, if there's anybody out there. Yeah, we had 2 vacancies for tourism, but it looks like now with Mueller, will that just leave us 1 vacancy then? Okay. Tree board has a vacancy, so. Okay, any further discussion, members of the council, on that?
No,
Not, I'll entertain a motion there.
I'll make a motion to, what are we doing? Make the appointment to the boards and commissions of those listed for 2025.
I'll second.
Okay, thank you. And we had some discussion earlier, a few months ago, about boards and commissions and terms and, serving on multiple boards and all that kind of thing. And I think that maybe could have something to do with the vacancies we have. So, that was part of our goal, obviously, was to get more people involved. So, Again, if anybody out there in the listening audience, this is your opportunity. Jump on board, get a hold of our city manager, and away we'll go.
Does our
All right.
Just a
Go
second
ahead.
regarding that. Does our website talk about like what each board or commission does, and then like we need one, is it updated to say that? So I think sometimes people aren't sure, like, what does this entail, or what does this mean? I mean, they can always contact the
Right,
city,
I will
but
look at updating our website.
That's a
I
good
don't
point.
think it does have all the vacancies on there.
yeah. And
It does have all the boards on there, but I don't think
Does it say
has
what
the-
they do?
It lists the members, I do know that, and it
Yeah,
gives the
it's-
terms, but it does
Doesn't really
not.
say what they do or how
No.
often they meet or
Yeah.
yeah, I know.
I think some of them say, because I know like the park board says when and where
Mhm.
it meets, but I will update all those to kind of, maybe give a little
Like
synopsis of what it,
what do they do?
Mhm.
What does the park board do?
and when they
What does-
meet
Yeah,
and
Yep.
what we have. Mm-hmm.
And I know I talked to you about Marie Hansen. She's still, at least the last time I looked at our
Mhm.
website, she's listed on the park board, and of course, she's not on.
Mhm.
She gave up her seat, so yeah, just an update would be great. All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the appointments to boards and commissions. I'll just ask for a voice vote on that, please. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right, next before us, we have appointments of ex officios. And maybe just a brief explanation on ex officios. We all are responsible to sit on a couple of different boards, and as ex officios, we're pretty much non-voting members to those boards. We're just in an advisory capacity, and it's just a liaison, I think is a fair word to use, between the board and the city council. So if there's something going on in our respective boards, it's just, that communication piece that makes everything work. So that's really our position, on these boards. So when we all annually, like we're doing right now, we have different assignments, and I guess I'll just throw it out to the council. If there's anything that you'd like to change up or entertain changes, it's certainly an option. This is when your opportunity to make those kind of things happen would be right now. For me personally, I can speak, the boards that I represent seem to work pretty well for me. Time frame, all that, so certainly need to give you the opportunity to have that discussion.
I would concur with what you said. The two that I serve on work well for myself too in my schedule. We meet at noon, and that's good for me. Some of the other meeting times are tough for me to make during the scheduling of the day. So I'd like to remain on the RC board and the community education board if I could.
Any other further discussion?
I'm totally fine with the ones that I had. Again,
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, we have, I'll just entertain then a motion to,
Wait. Oh, shoot.
discussion.
And Jeff's not here, but he really is sitting only on one board right now.
Slacker.
And so maybe it's just more of a discussion I can have with him, and can we switch these because I would say there's a board that's sometimes difficult for me to get to because of working, and so I can see if he would wanna
Which one?
take that, the tourism.
Oh, okay.
Now they don't meet always, but sometimes it is an issue because I have to take off time, and sometimes they don't have that time.
Mm-hmm.
But I see that I was thinking he was on more than one, but he is not, so, and I don't know does it interfere with no, it wouldn't interfere with the park board. So I'll maybe have that discussion with him,
Should we,
or do you
Maybe.
wanna reach out and see if he is interested, or?
can we approve the ones that are listed and then pending, or would we just have to put it all off until we find out from Jeff? If you wanted to work that out.
Or just leave that one open for now and
For
approve
now.
the rest of them?
I think we did that last year, actually, a couple
Mhm.
times. We've done that. We could leave that open, and we can make that appointment next meeting on the 14th.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Give us a
approve the
week.
6 or whatever
The-
that can be, and then
Yep, that everybody's already agreed to, and
just so we
Say
don't
that.
forget that we need to take action on that at our next meeting then, just the tourism board then. Otherwise, all of them will be approved as listed then. So we'll just entertain a motion to that effect and we'll move on.
I'll make a motion, for the ex officios to be on the board on the boards they're on currently, and then holding the tourism board until our January 14th meeting.
Perfect, I'll second that. Great, good discussion, thank you. I'll just ask for a roll call vote on that, please. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay, if there's any other discussion before I adjourn this portion of the meeting, okay, hearing none, I will adjourn this portion of our meeting and then I will hand the gavel to Mr. Solvey, and he is gonna act in the absence of Councilmember Miller to open our EDA meeting.
To call the EDA meeting open and call it to order, do we need to have a roll call?
Yes. Vice President Solby,
Yes.
Commissioner Wallers,
Yes,
Gullikson,
Yes.
Corrals,
Yes.
Great.
and Miller, of course, he's absent, but, okay, great.
All right, let's move on to the election of officers. So we need to elect a president. Is there any nominations for president of the EDA? I'll make a motion to approve or to elect Mr. Council, or would be Commissioner Miller as president of the EDA. I think we're just looking for a second. Anybody want to second that?
We're gonna make you squirm for a little bit.
I'm like, does nobody want to do that when he's not here or what? I did the first one.
It's fun to watch you squirm just a bit.
I was like, you just all I gonna say nothing or what?
I will second.
Oh.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, signify by saying yes. Aye, or aye.
Aye.
Aye. There we go, sorry. All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Wow, this is tougher than it looks, Mayor. Good for
That's what
you.
that's what he gets for not being here, right?
That's right. All right, we'll move on to election of vice president. Do we have any nominations for vice president of the EDA? Currently, that is myself. I will nominate myself to do it again.
I'll second.
All right. Anybody else want to throw their hat into the election here?
I think
Nobody?
You've done a stellar job.
Nobody. Yeah. Nobody. Oh, good. At least there's not 40 people here watching. You know? Or maybe they're getting it all on home vision now. All right. So I have a first and a second. So all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Ryan is the vice president. So I will adjourn the EDA meeting. It's over. That's difficult.
All right, pretty painless.
Oh, yeah. Yep, when you're not here, you get the...
That's what happened.
Yep.
That's what happens. I think he was gone
Almost
last
made
year
him
too.
I was gonna make him mayor pro tem too. This isn't live, he's probably watching, he'll probably text us now or something.